So at this time, I would recognize the supporters and the candidate, Congresswoman Ilhan Omar.
I have known Ilhan for about 7 years and served as a treasurer for her campaign. I always say that Ilhan is an advocate for children who don't have a lobbyist. She is the children's lobbyist. During her first term as a member of Congress, she passed a bill to feed nearly 30 million children during the pandemic. She fights so no child will go hungry and has the resources they need to survive. I'm a former educator, and I can say Ilhan has always had the backs of teachers and is a proud advocate for public schools as well as school parent. I am also Jewish and a proud supporter of Ilhan because she knows fighting bigotry of any kind means fighting bigotry of every kind. This issue is a very personal one to me. If I thought for 1 second, 1 millisecond, that Ilhan is an anti-Semite, I would not be standing here. I can say wholeheartedly that Ilhan condemns hate and oppression in all forms. I'm grateful to have Ilhan's advocacy every single day. Our community cannot afford to lose her voice, her leadership, and the way she delivers people of the 5th District. Ilhan fights for betterment of all of us.
Hello everyone, I'm Terry Wiggin, the mayor of Hilltop, Minnesota. I live with a big house. Most of our community lives in manufactured homes. That makes us vulnerable to extreme weather conditions across the 5th District. Our community is small, just under 1,000 people. That makes it hard for us to get the resources we need to keep our residents safe. For years, we've been trying to build an emergency storm shelter in Hilltop. It is literally a matter of life or death for our community. Everywhere we looked, there was some barrier, some qualification we didn't meet, some hurdle we couldn't jump. Finally, our best opportunity presented itself. Community funding project. Ilhan could select only 15 projects from all over the district. Out of the dozens of proposals, she chose Hilltop. She chose to make the health and safety of our city her priority. She saw us, and we are forever grateful. It may not have been the most politically savvy decision to choose Hilltop, She could have listened to the lobbyists for special interest, but Ilhan didn't see this as a political decision. She saw it as an obligation to her constituents who have no safe place to go when severe storms are coming for us. That is the type of congresswoman that Ilhan is. While we remain hopeful about additional funding for our storm shelter project, it had no chance of becoming a reality without Ilhan's hard work and support. That is what we mean when we say Ilhan has our back.
As a Minnesota representative, I represent CD5 constituents living in Columbia Heights and St. Anthony. I'm also an immigration attorney, and I am deathly afraid of losing Representative Omar's advocacy on immigration. When one of my clients' cases is falling through the cracks, I hope they live in Minnesota's 5th Congressional District so that I can call Representative Omar's office for help. She knows how to fight for the outcomes that her constituents deserve, the legal right to work, fair consideration of their asylum claims, and to reunite families. Representative Omar knows that her work in the House goes beyond writing bills and voting and speechifying. It is about being a tireless advocate for every single resident of her district, no matter what the issue is that they're facing. She has helped over 4,000 constituents navigate every issue you can name. Delayed tax returns, security payments, student debt forgiveness, mail issues with the post office, expedited passports, and so much more. She has gotten national recognition for the work that she is doing to help her constituents. We deserve a representative who will fight for us every day in Washington and here in Minnesota, and that is what Representative Omar does.
Founder of ERA Minnesota. On day one in 2017, when Representative Ilhan Omar was the first member in the Minnesota House of Representatives, I brought her the Minnesota Equal Rights Amendment bill for the state. And when I asked her to be the chief author, she said yes. She's a champion for equal rights. We do not need supporters right now. We need leaders who are champions of equal rights. And so, Ilhan will do that. We don't need those other leaders. We need a champion. Today, she is co-sponsor of both of our ERA bills in Congress. And I know that she has our back. On Monday, the Minnesota House will vote on the ERA, and you all are invited. Let's get Ilhan back there and let's listen to her now.
CD5 delegates, it is my honor to introduce to you and to welcome on the mic my sister, your Congresswoman Ilhan Omar.
Thank you, Betty, Nicole, Terry, Sandra, and Kate. Thank you all for being here today. I'm also really grateful to my family for their support, my husband Tim, and our 4 children, and my staff on the official side and campaign staff that make everything possible. As a little girl huddled in a refugee camp, displaced from a civil war, I just wanted to make it out alive. I could have never imagined having the privilege of representing the community that welcomed me with open arms. I am grateful to you and the people of this beautiful country. In the last 5 years serving in Congress, we have changed the arc of what is possible. I campaigned on a transformative, bold change for our community could feel. We have been really successful in that mission. Just a few years ago, I was the lone voice fighting for student debt cancellation, and now the President of the United States has canceled nearly $146 billion 30 million children across our country. I sounded the alarm in combating climate change, and we passed the most ambitious climate bill ever in the Inflation Reduction. They told us that these ideas were unrealistic, naive, and outside the realm of what was possible politically. But we made the impossible possible. We did not back down from the fight, fighting for the values of the 5th District, values like standing up for working and middle-class families and taking on corporate greed. Like fighting for the values of just and peaceful world, ceasefire now. Values like making sure every single Minnesotan can thrive, regardless of who they love, how they pray, the skin of their color, or their political views. Together, we have held nearly 100 town halls and roundtables across this district. We secured $4 billion, earmarked $54 million to invest in addressing the affordable housing crisis, climate resiliency, food insecurity, workforce development, and health care investments. We have helped over 4,000 constituents with casework, issues ranging from immigration, social security, veteran benefits. Every single day, we use this seat to improve the lives of every resident in the 5th, from Fridley to Robbinsdale, to the mighty Hilltop to Minneapolis, to Indiana to St. Louis Park, to Golden Valley to New Hope, to Bristol and Brooklyn Center and Spring Lake Park, to Columbia Heights, St. Anthony and Richfield. We have never forgotten our mandate to bring the hopes and dreams of our constituents to the people's house. My promise to you was to have your back, and I will forever keep that promise. I look forward to earning your endorsement to continue to represent you, because as you can see, the majority is with